a dynamic professional who has been shaping the financial landscape for over 16 years, Mr. Rishikant Sinha.
At core, startup banking is like more about long-term partnership, supporting dreams and bold idea.
Everyone thinks on the same part that we're growing, and that is what startups are about, right?
For me, leadership today is all about creating environment where people feel trusted, inspired to give their best.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute World Council of Directors. I'm your host, Tanay All, and today we're diving into a world of business growth, strategic leadership, and the art of building strong, profitable relationships. Today's guest is none other than Mr. Rishikant Sinha, a dynamic professional who has been shaping the financial landscape for over 16 years. He has an exceptional track record of delivering results, from driving asset and liability growth to forging lasting relationships that have elevated businesses across the banking and finance sector. Whether it's leading high performance teams, enhancing corporate strategies, or driving profitability, Rishikant Sir has been at the forefront, creating waves in organizations like IDFC FIRST Bank, Yes Bank, and Axis Bank. He's someone who's known for his unwavering leadership, excellent negotiation skills, and his relentless drive to achieve revenue growth and organizational productivity. And it doesn't just stop there. He's also a contest winner in multiple domains like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and Yes Bank, a true testament to his competitive spirit and commitment to excellence. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you with us on the show today. How are you?
Thank you so much, Tanay, for such a warm introduction. I'm delighted to be here. Your conversation like this give a chance to share a lesson beyond balance sheet and targets. Looking forward for our discussion, Tanay.
Likewise,
Thank
sir.
you.
Most welcome. So, over the course of your career, you've consistently led teams, developed strategic initiatives, and played a key role in scaling businesses in some of the most dynamic sectors of the economy. But every journey starts somewhere, so we would love to know for you, where did it all begin?
So a very nice question, Tanay. It's in a fast-moving, professional journey. Really, anyone get time to sit back and analyze from where you have started? For me, the journey started during the phase of my first assignment. It all started with the curiosity, observing how decision around money, timing, trust could change the outcome for business of our families. Early on, I was fascinated about a single decision could create a momentum, and that curiosity quietly saved my career choice. When I entered banking, ecosystem was evolving. Retail credits were expanding, technology was beginning to influence customer behavior. The industries were transforming at rapid speed. Now, when you watch these shifts up close, I understand finance is just not about numbers. It's about judgment, responsibility, understanding human intent. However, unlike others, my journey was also not so smooth. There been a mandate, tough mandate, which didn't deliver, a pitch that failed. Those phases were uncomfortable. But uncomfortable situations, they will shape your leadership more than success. So, likewise, they taught me to be patient, resilient, and more important, you have to listen carefully. I was listen carefully before taking any action. So, listening is, it seems simple, but it's not that simple. So, but for me, the key inflection point when I realized that sustainable growth isn't about chasing every opportunity. It's about choosing right one. Creating a team, building a team who can execute with trust and discipline. So over a time, my focus changes, shifted from individual performance to create a system, a culture that can grow responsibly. So today, what drives me, it's an not a business growth, but more of opportunity to build people, relationship, and long-term value. Thank you, Dane.
And the initial problems that sometimes trouble you, they become the biggest learnings later on in life, right?
Yes, yes, definitely.
So, we would love to dive into your current role as Assistant Vice President of Startup Banking at IDFC FIRST Bank. In that position, you're
Okay.
responsible for driving strategic growth in the startup ecosystem, which is no small feat. Can you walk us through how you approach developing a startup ecosystem and engaging with both startups and investment partners to fuel business growth?
See, startup banking is like a tuning a high-speed engine. It's fast moving, unpredictable, and deeply human. Uh, so when I stepped into this startup banking, I quickly realized founders don't behave like a traditional clients. They are driven with vision, urgency, and belief. My approach starts with listening. As I said, listening is has to be really important skill to be developed. So here also my approach starts with listening. I understanding the founder's story, the investor expectation, and actually where the business truly stands. And strategy comes up for from connecting these dots, analyzing gap, risk management, enabling growth without compromising on fundamentals. So I had a moment where deals fell apart, promising startup had to shut down. Those experience taught me like optimism must be balanced with discipline. So what's keep me driven seeing ideas turn into institution in startup banking. And at core startup banking is like more about long-term partnership, supporting dreams and bold idea.
Sorry, I was on mute. I think it's very encouraging to hear that, everyone thinks on the same part that we're growing and that is what startups are about, right?
Yes, yes.
So, speaking of adaptability, in your role at Yes Bank, you were responsible for driving the SME branch acquisition and leading high value accounts. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced while coordinating with various channel partners, and how did you ensure that your strategies are aligned with the broader business goals?
SME acquisition target, I still remember the biggest challenge was alignment. Alignment of partners on a common definition of success. I still remember SME acquisition target in the market where traditional strategies were not working. The toughest challenge was the alignment. The partners chasing different partners were chasing different outcomes. Branches with varying risk appetites. Data, what is available, and ground reality is completely different. Here also we have we did have a missteps. Partner under deliver mid campaign. Their faces, those faces forced us to think on our incentive structure, governance, and where was the communication gap. The pivot was simple, but however it was very powerful. Align everything around a common definition, like align everyone, whoever the partners, align every partners on a common definition of success and shorten the feedback loop. Whatever is there, you have to shorten. Let's not extend it too long. Once incentive, expectation, and accountability were aligned, execution improved. The experience has taught me strategy only work when culture and incentives move together.
Yeah, it's
So,
not an independent journey.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Very well said, sir. So, throughout your career, you've been recognized for your leadership, having won numerous awards like the TXB Premier League contest at Axis Bank, Trade Champion at ICICI Bank, and several certificates of appreciation. What role does recognition play in your leadership philosophy, and how do you ensure that your team members aren't just recognized but truly motivated to deliver their best?
See, no doubt, recognitions plays really a vital role. I still remember my first award. Everyone feel good. But what stayed with me was the realization that it was never an individual effort. Over a time, I learned that recognition is not the destination. It's a signal of consistency, discipline, and teamwork. There was also phases where recognition didn't come despite of hard work. Those period taught me, you have to be self-aware and humble. As a leader, I see how timely, sincere recognition, especially for those for unseen effort, the sincere, timely, and sincere recognition for the unseen effort can completely transform the team energy,
Yeah,
right?
very
So
true.
those acknowledgement motivate more than any incentive ever could do.
Yeah,
So uh, and because so much things going on together, so there will be a phases where you may not able to see, like, these are the work which was critical, but however it's not been noticed. So having eye on that, timely and sincere recognition, especially for unseen effort, can completely transform the team energy.
yeah,
And for me, leadership today is all about creating environment where people feel trusted, inspired to give their best.
yeah. And sometimes we don't even know what people have gone through to, solve a problem. So such recognitions help them also realize that we are noticing that, we are seeing the effort put in.
Yes, yes. See, because what I understand, ki one thing which is coming across you, but there are a lot of metrics and work done behind that,
Yeah,
which every individual cannot come and share with or bring it to public. Okay, this is what I am doing. It could be a simple step also,
yeah,
but yes, for uh, uh, even for a small incident, documentation, reading or sharing could play a vital role.
yeah,
So every steps are important.
very true. Okay, sir, now time for a very own rapid fire round. A few quick questions, and all I request you are some quick answers. So, are you ready?
Yes, 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 Tanay.
Lovely. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
I plan my a day ahead. Nothing much. I
Okay.
plan a day ahead. That's it.
Your favorite comfort food after a long day?
Normal dal chawal. I'm a marathonist, so I keep very simple diet. So,
Lovely.
if you are running a long distance and you have to be active, you have to be a simple food,
Yeah.
easily digestible.
What's one hobby or activity that instantly relaxes you?
Long walk, reading, reading book.
Okay. If you could pick one superpower, what would it be?
One superpower, ability to see around the corner.
A book that has had the most impact on you.
See, recently there are many books, but the recent what I have read from Hoval Nova Ferrari, the history of human mankind, it's fantastic. It shows the evolution, how the cognitive development, agriculture revolution came in picture. So it's fantastic. Yeah, that was one very recently I have read, so that's why it's close to me now.
Okay. One country you haven't visited yet but is on your bucket list.
Japan.
What's your favorite movie to watch over and over again?
There are many, and movie mainly like Three Idiots,
Yeah.
Chak De India, like that kind of movie, sports movie, Milkha Singh. So all those sports oriented movie I
Yeah.
find more interesting and motivating.
What's one skill you think all future leaders should develop?
Future, they develop a judgment. That there should be a right judgment,
Yeah, very true.
ability to take a right judgment.
Okay, so that gets us to the end of a rapid fire round. Now back to the slightly more serious questions.
Right, right. Thanks.
So let's talk a little bit about the future, right? As someone who has worked extensively with banking solutions, asset liability management, and customer acquisition, how do you see the banking and finance industry evolving? Like, particularly with the rise of digital transformation, automation, and AI. What do you think are the biggest opportunities and challenges for leaders in the financial sector as we navigate this new age?
See, early banking was largely manual, long queues, paper heavy process, and the intuition driven decision. Seeing automation data reduce friction from customer, that was the turning point. Your data and automation has reduced friction from customer. That was the game changer. So digital transformation is not just about technology. It's about behavior, culture. I have also seen the project where technology didn't deliver as expected. Those setbacks remind me that tools must serve people, not replace judgment. One powerful example I would like to share, a data driven lending where turnaround times reduces dramatically while improving the risk appetite, risk quality. The future belongs to leader who blend human judgment with technological leverage while keeping trust and ethics at the center.
Yeah, true. So, I understand that you recently became a part of Directors Institute. We would love to know what attracted you to DI and how has being a part of this community influenced your approach to leadership, decision making, and governance at the boardroom level.
Very nice question, Tanay. Director, I see. I was looking for something further add to my existing experience, add on rather than to again start it from something very new. So I was aware of like some client proposal were discussed at the board level, but this is one of the topic. I wanted to have something holistic understanding of board level discussion, and that was the nudge towards deeper governance learning. Director Institute appealed to me because of its case based discussion, peer learning, focus on fiduciary responsibility. Once governance discussion there helped me analyzing how risks are surfaced and debated. Since then, I have made a tangible change, clear my board papers, sharper risk discussions, better pre-alignment before any discussion. Director Institute reinforce a powerful lesson. Governance is a stewardship, not oversight alone. So what stay with me is a human side of governance, listening carefully, challenging respectfully, and protecting long-term purpose over a short-term outcome.
Very well said, sir. And thank you so much for those kind words and for joining us today because from hearing about your incredible journey, it's been an absolute pleasure. Your insights are sure to inspire future leaders, and I know many will walk away with a fresh perspective on leadership, business growth, and adapting to the evolving landscape of the financial world. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
To our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. If today's episode has been enjoyed by you, be sure to subscribe and share it with others who may benefit from these valuable insights. Because remember, great leadership isn't just about managing numbers, it's about managing relationships, being adaptable, and leading with purpose. I'm Tane All, and this has been FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute World Council of Directors. And until next time, stay curious, keep learning, lead with purpose, and of course, have fun in your journey. Thank you so much.